Research Methodology. Chapter 3, Data Collection and Processing. Part 2, Schedule Method, Meaning. A schedule is a structured form used by researchers to collect data through direct personal contact with respondents. The interviewer visits the respondent and fills in all the answers. The word schedule means a planned, organized list of questions prepared in advance for a specific data collection purpose. In research, the interviewer reads out each question and records the answers on the form. Unlike a questionnaire, the respondent does not write anything. This makes it reliable even when respondents cannot read or write. For example, during a national census, a government officer visits every household, asks questions about family size and income, and writes the answers. That is the schedule method. Schedule, objectives/purposes. 1. Collect direct data. The main purpose is to gather first-hand information from respondents through face-to-face personal contact. 2. Ensure accuracy. The interviewer explains each question and clarifies doubts, which reduces errors and misunderstandings in responses. 3. Reach all types of respondents. Schedules can be used even with illiterate people since the interviewer reads questions aloud and fills in answers on their behalf. Schedule types. 1. Observation schedule, used to record data by directly watching events, behaviors, or conditions without asking any questions. 2. Interview schedule, a set of questions asked directly by the interviewer. The researcher records all answers from the respondent. 3. Rating schedule, used to record ratings or judgments about the qualities, performance, or behavior of a person or object. 4. Document schedule, used to collect data from existing records, reports, files, and documents maintained by organizations. Schedule, characteristics and design. 1. Structured format, systematically arranged with a fixed set of questions in a logical order for consistency. 2. Filled by researcher, the interviewer records all answers. The respondent does not write anything themselves. 3. Simple language, questions are written in clear, easy language so the interviewer can explain them to any respondent. 4. Objective design, questions are framed carefully to avoid bias and to get factual, honest answers. 5. Logical sequence, questions move from general and simple topics to more specific and complex ones in a natural order. 6. Pre-tested schedules are tested with a small group before the main study to check for errors and unclear questions. Schedule organization steps. 1. Planning. The researcher identifies objectives, decides what data is needed, and plans the structure of the schedule. 2. Designing. Questions are drafted in proper format using simple language, avoiding leading or biased questions. 3. Fieldwork. Trained interviewers visit respondents, ask all planned questions, and record answers carefully. 4. Supervision and control. The researcher checks all completed schedules for accuracy and completeness before analysis begins. Schedule, merits and limitations. Merits. 1. High response rate. Personal visits ensure most respondents participate and complete the schedule fully. 2. Suitable for illiterates. Even people who cannot read or write can participate since the interviewer fills in the answers. 3. Accurate data. Personal supervision reduces errors and ensures complete, reliable responses from all respondents. Limitations. 1. Expensive. Hiring trained interviewers and travel costs make it far more expensive than questionnaires. 2. Time-consuming. Visiting each respondent individually takes a lot of time, especially for large sample sizes. 3. Interviewer bias. The tone or attitude of the interviewer may influence how respondents answer questions. Mailing method, meaning, merits, and demerits. Meaning. Mailing involves sending a questionnaire to respondents by post or email and requesting them to fill and return it. No interviewer is needed. 1. Wide distribution. Questionnaires are sent to many respondents at once, even across distant or spread out locations. 2. Low cost, no travel or interviewer cost, makes mailing one of the most economical data collection methods. 3. No interviewer bias. Respondents fill it freely without any influence from a researcher or interviewer. 4. Low response rate. Many respondents do not return the form, making the collected data incomplete. 5. Not for illiterates. Only literate respondents can participate. Those who cannot read are excluded. 6. No clarification possible. If a question is unclear, there is no interviewer available to explain or correct it. Tools for data collection overview. 1. Questionnaire, written questions sent to respondents for self-completion without an interviewer. 2. Interview schedule, structured questions asked orally by an interviewer who records all answers. 3. Interview guide, a flexible list of topics used to guide informal or in-depth qualitative interviews. 4. Rating scale, tool to measure attitudes, opinions, or performance on a defined scale. 5. Sociometry, method to study interpersonal relationships and group dynamics. 6. Checklist, a pre-prepared list of items or behaviors to observe and tick off. 7. Projective techniques, indirect methods like storytelling to uncover hidden attitudes and feelings. 8. Psychological tests, standardized tests to measure personality, intelligence, or aptitude. Interview schedule, features, merits, and demerits. Features. 1. Structured and pre-planned, a fixed set of questions is prepared in advance. All respondents are asked the same questions in the same order. 2. Interviewer records answers, questions are asked orally. The interviewer writes down all responses from the respondent. Merits. 1. Consistent data, same questions for all respondents ensures uniformity, making comparison and analysis easier. 2. Nothing is missed, fixed structure ensures all important topics are covered without skipping any question. Demerits. 1. Rigid and inflexible, fixed format does not allow exploring interesting or unexpected answers in depth. 2. Requires skilled interviewers. Training interviewers properly adds to the cost and preparation time of the study. Interview guide, features, merits, and demerits. Features. 1. Flexible and open-ended, contains broad topics rather than fixed questions, allowing the interview to flow naturally. 2. Used in qualitative research, mainly used for in-depth interviews where detailed insights matter more than standard answers. Merits. 1. In-depth exploration. Interviewer can probe deeper into interesting answers and explore complex topics fully. 2. Natural conversation, relaxed format encourages respondents to share honest and detailed thoughts openly. Demerits. 1. Hard to compare. Different conversations across respondents make comparison and analysis very difficult. 2. Requires high skill. The interviewer must be experienced enough to guide discussion without losing focus on the topic. Questionnaire, meaning. A questionnaire is a written set of questions given to respondents so they can read, answer, and return it without the presence of the researcher or interviewer. The word questionnaire comes from French, meaning a structured set of questions designed to collect information on a specific subject or research topic. It is one of the most widely used tools for collecting primary data. It can be sent by post, email, or given directly to respondents who fill it at their own pace without any interviewer being present. For example, a researcher studying student satisfaction gives a printed form with 20 questions to all college students and asks them to fill and submit it within a week. Questionnaire types. 1. Structured questionnaire contains fixed questions with preset answer options like yes/no or multiple choice. Easy to fill and easy to analyze statistically. 2. Unstructured questionnaire contains open-ended questions where respondents write their own answers. Provides rich and detailed qualitative information. 3. Semi-structured questionnaire, a mix of fixed choice and open-ended questions. Used when both numerical data and detailed opinions are needed. Questionnaire components. 1. Title and introduction states the name of the study, purpose of the questionnaire, and basic filling instructions for respondents. 2. Personal information, basic details of the respondent such as name, age, gender, and occupation. 3. Main questions, the core set of questions directly related to the research topic and its objectives. 4. Filter questions, guide respondents to skip certain sections based on their answers to earlier questions. 5. Closing section, a thank you note, space for additional comments and instructions on how to return the questionnaire. Questionnaire merits. 1. Wide coverage can be sent to a large number of people across different locations at the same time. 2. Low cost, no interviewers are needed, making data collection much cheaper than personal methods. 3. No interviewer bias. Since respondents fill it themselves, there is no risk of the interviewer influencing answers. 4. Convenience. Respondents fill it at their own time and pace, often leading to more thoughtful answers. 5. Anonymity. Respondents can remain anonymous, encouraging honest answers on sensitive topics. 6. Easy to analyze. Structured questionnaires with fixed options are simple to code and analyze statistically. Questionnaire demerits. 1. Low response rate. Many respondents do not return the questionnaire, especially when sent by post or email. 2. Not suitable for illiterates. Only literate respondents can use it. Those who cannot read are excluded from the study. 3. No clarification possible. If a question is unclear, there is no one available to explain or correct the misunderstanding. 4. Incomplete answers. Respondents may skip questions or give vague answers with no follow-up possible. 5. Limited depth. Complex topics are hard to cover fully. Open-ended questions may still lack enough detail. 6. Biased responses. Respondents may give socially acceptable answers instead of honest personal opinions. Qualitative methods, advantages and disadvantages. Advantages. 1. In-depth understanding captures detailed insights into people's thoughts, feelings, and real-life experiences. 2. Flexible approach. Researcher can adjust questions and explore unexpected responses during data collection. 3. Rich and descriptive data provides information that numbers alone cannot capture, giving a fuller picture. Disadvantages. 1. Time-consuming. Collecting and analyzing qualitative data takes significantly more time than quantitative methods. 2. Difficult to generalize. Findings from a small group may not apply to a larger population. 3. Researcher bias. Interpretation is subjective and can be influenced by the researcher's own personal views. Rating scale, meaning and types. Meaning. A rating scale is a tool used to measure a person's attitude, opinion, or performance by asking them to rate something on a defined scale. Relative rating scale. 1. Comparison-based. Respondents compare and rank people or items in relation to each other, not against a fixed standard. 2. Example. Ranking 5 employees from best to worst in overall job performance. Absolute rating scale. 1. Standard-based. Each person or item is rated independently against a fixed standard without comparing with others. 2. Example. Rating a teacher's effectiveness as excellent, good, average, or poor. Sociometry. Meaning, features, merits, and demerits. Meaning. Sociometry is a method to study and measure social relationships, choices, and patterns of attraction or rejection within a group. 1. Studies group relationships. Analyses how individuals within a group interact, prefer, or avoid each other. 2. Uses sociograms. Data is shown through diagrams, sociograms, that map connections and relationships between group members. 3. Identifies group roles. Helps identify leaders, isolated members, and subgroups, cliques, within the larger group. 4. Reveals hidden dynamics, uncovers group patterns that cannot be seen through direct observation alone. 5. Results change over time. Group relationships shift regularly, so sociometric data can quickly become outdated. 6. Risk of dishonest responses. Respondents may not answer honestly about preferences to avoid hurting other group members. Checklist features, merits, and demerits. Features. 1. Pre-prepared list contains a fixed list of items, behaviors, or tasks to be observed or verified during research. 2. Tick-based recording. The researcher simply ticks whether each item on the list is present, yes, or absent, no. Merits. 1. Simple and quick. No complex judgment is required. The researcher only notes if items are present or absent. 2. Nothing is missed. The preset list ensures all important items are checked without forgetting anything. Demerits. 1. No degree of quality. Records only whether something exists or not, cannot measure how well or how much. 2. Must be prepared carefully. Missing items cannot be added during observation. so the list must be complete from the start. Pre-testing and pilot study. Pre-testing. 1. Trial on small group. The questionnaire or schedule is tested with a small group before actual data collection begins. 2. Identifies errors, helps spot unclear questions, wrong wording, or missing topics that need to be corrected. 3. Corrections are made. The research instrument is revised based on feedback before being used in the main study. Pilot study. 1. Full trial run, a small-scale version of the entire research process, testing sampling, data collection, and analysis. 2. Saves time and money. Design problems are found and fixed before the expensive main study begins. 3. Builds confidence. The researcher gains confidence that the final study will run smoothly and as planned. Watch Part 3. Data processing, editing, coding, tabulation, and graphs. If this helped you, subscribe to Ria's Notes. Bell.